if you catch yourself constantly and don't think about it, don't try to solve it, just relax. Just relax. Instead, just relax. That you didn't put your energy into participating in creating this neurosis for yourself. And over time, it becomes less and it becomes less. And then what happens is something very, very special. You start to realize that all that energy that you created with all that fear and what to do about it and just neurosis, all that, that's a lot of juice. That's a lot of Shakti. It's a lot of energy because you are no longer participating in it doing that. Somehow the energy finds its way to a deeper place inside of you, does it by itself. And you start to feel joy. By relaxing and not participating in this game that your psyche's doing, you are freeing the energies of creating the disturbance and trying to solve it. Well, what are you going to do with all that juice? All that energy that used to create the psyche and create all that disturbance and noise, plus what you do about all the disturbance and noise, imagine how much energy that is, gets released and freed, and it goes up a central channel. And you don't have to know that. The yogis call it the Shushunda, but you don't have to know that. It does it by itself because it's not all involved in the psyche. It finds its way up through a higher channel, and you literally start feeling waves of ecstasy. We're talking about because you rechanneled this energy, it just starts rushing up inside of you. The highest rushes you've ever felt, like a pinnacle of peak experiences you've ever gotten, going on constantly. You have to learn to live with it. You have to learn how to carry yourself. There are great masters that you just have to walk behind them and catch them. Ramakrishna was that way, because at any moment, the rushes would come up so strong, he'd put his arm up and tears would start pouring down his eyes and he'd fall over backwards. But that is a natural state for everybody. And that's what relaxation will get you, is you relax. And the mistake people make, and I'm going to close off on this, the mistake people make is they think that what I'm saying is there's all this tension and insecurity and all this stuff that I've created in here. I need to make it relax. No, that's the mistake people make. You're not going to make it relax. You relax. You who's supposed to be experiencing what's in front of you, relax, and the rest will go away over time. And you will end up face to face with two things. To the great master, to the yogi, life consists of the following. I am in here experiencing what's in front of me, but I have to look through the veil of the waves of ecstasy that keep coming up because everything that's happening outside is so amazing that it blows your mind. The fact that there's a boy, that there's a girl, that somebody's old, that somebody's young, that there's a car, that I'm moving in a car, it all becomes so powerful because you're not in the way. It doesn't have to be powerful enough to blow you out of your own way. I said it blew my mind. That's because you're in your mind. When you let go of all that, you're on this verge, and I'm telling you, a bird takes off. For the next hour, there's this joy just pouring through you because you heard a bird chirp. That's where I want you. And you'll learn to live with it. You'll learn to carry your liquor. You'll learn to handle your ecstasy and go to work and go to school. But it's a lot more fun. I want you to live your life from the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you go to bed at night. I want that already your state is so high that you couldn't care less what happens. It's just fun that something happened. And now what happens is the world that's unfolding in front of you becomes fun, not scary. You don't need anything from it. You're feeling great joy. You feel whole and complete. And so what ends up happening is instead of interacting in the world to try to get something, which is what everybody's doing, you're interacting in the world because you want to express the joy and beauty that's going on inside of you. You become a giver. It just becomes totally natural that whatever in front of you. Imagine looking and interacting in this world for days and weeks and months at a time without ever thinking that you need anything from it. There's nothing trying to take anything or get anything. You're not scared that something will happen or not happen. There's just this sense of joy welling up inside of you. And so all of a sudden you realize, oh, I can give something. I can help somebody. I can support something. And all of a sudden this flow that's inside of you starts flowing outside and you become a giver. So that's a way of living. That's another life. That's the spiritual life. How do we get there? By relaxing. Relaxing, what does that mean? By not participating in creating the disturbance that you're creating inside of yourself, and instead just relaxing. You just keep relaxing, constantly relaxing. And you're going to find that it works out way better. All right. So there's a technique. And it should be every moment of every second of your life. And eventually it will be. Eventually you're just in there relaxing, just relaxing. And you'll realize that the world is unfolding and you are there with it. And there are no problems. There's just the circumstance in front of you. You're interacting with it. And it brings you joy and challenge. And life is a beautiful thing.